Alright, baseball fans, I wanted to do a quick video about this particular game. I've actually enjoyed this game for quite a while. I bought this probably back in 2005 or so. Actually, I heard about it on when I first started getting into the Delphi forums and realizing there's other guys out there like me who play these games. But I heard some good things about it in '05, and this company is actually not far from me. It's about an hour away in Ohio, Pennsylvania. So the game's Replay Baseball, and I specifically want to do a video about this because I think it's a really great game with great ownership. The design is ingenious. The playing cards are top notch. The components that you get with the game are delivered quickly. It's packaged greatly. The owner's awesome, Pete Ventura. The PC game has been talked about a lot on this community, how it's a good tool for doing replays because you could use it for other sports. It's really easy to use. It's fantastic as far as graphics. So a lot of good things about Replay Baseball. And my main point of this video is I wanted to kind of share uh, just a couple tips and tricks that might help. Like if you're just getting into this game, how to kind of enjoy it more. So main thing to remember about Replay is it's a derivative of APA. Replay, I think the guys' names were Norm Brodak, and I think the other guy's last name was Roth, or he might have been one of the later owners, but they actually were APA guys, and you could see the APA flavor in Replay Baseball, because essentially these couple APA guys were playing APA Basic, and they just wanted more out of it in the early 70s. They wanted more out of Dick Seitz and what he was doing with the APA Basic game, so far as making pitchers a little bit different, so far as like ability to like extra base hits and things like that, as far as like limiting those, and there's just a different flavor among the pitchers instead of like an A, B, C, D. So I think, I mean, don't quote me on this, I think they presented to APA and they didn't go over with the owner of APA at the time, but and legend has it, like Replay was brought out at the Napa convention. A couple guys were just playing it out, and I think Dick Seitz told them to put that game away. So that's urban myth. I'm not sure. This is a story of our community, but I wanted to just touch a little bit on Replay Baseball and just kind of like share how much I enjoy it. Just maybe share some of the tips I use in playing it. So this is the game board you get, and this is how I lay it out when I play. This video is also a follow-up to a project I started right around Christmas time with the 2020 set. What I do is Replay sells these top 9 teams. They sell you like the best 9 teams of a given season. And what I've done, this is the second tournament I've had like this. I play a round robin tournament where all the 9 teams play the other 8 teams 3 games, and they play for seedings. So it's a total like a 24 game season, and after those 24 games are played, I seed them based on their record, and those top 4 teams make the playoffs. So using the 2020 season, I started this around Christmas. I just finished it about a week or so ago. The final standings look like this. It was the Padres went in first place, 17-7. Dodgers were in second, 16-8, and then the Braves and the Yankees finished third and fourth. So in the playoffs, the Braves beat the Padres, and the Dodgers beat the Yankees. And then in the final, just like the actual NLCS for 2020, the Dodgers beat the Braves in 7 games. It was really exciting, a lot of fun. This was actually what I've been doing for the last 2 months. And just as I wrap this up, before I put Replay away, because I'm going to spend the rest of my year probably playing APA games, but I wanted to put this out just to kind of cover how much replay. I really enjoy it. I have a lot of sets here. You can see, looking at my gaming area. I have a bunch of replay games going on here. So I have like Replay Baseball 84, Dead Ball Decades 2019, 85. Have some 5130, Replay Basketball. Just enjoy this game a lot. I have a bunch of the games for the PC as well. So, but today we're going to talk about the cards and dice. So, with replay, let's just touch on APA first. So, APA, basic mechanic in APA is you have a batter's card that you roll off of, and you have 1 to 36 chances for each of the results. So this is a 2020 Mookie Betts. So just like APA, instead of if you look at it, it's really this same as APA. I'm just pulling out like an APA card. Let's get a random APA card here. All right. Let's just say you got Robbie Thompson here. So Robbie Thompson, when you roll 2 dice, you're going to have like 11 to 36 chances. So 1 in 36 chance of any one of these results showing up. Same with replay. So you roll 2 dice, red and white, and you're going to have 36. So each one of these slots in a 6x6 is 1 in 36 chances. So just like an APA, you're looking at a batter's card. I'm going to try to find a batter with home run power here if I can. Pick one that's a little better. This one's good. We'll look at Darnell Cole's 87. Don't mind his terrible fielding average here. Okay, so we have 87 Darnell Cole's, got a little bit of power there. So, like in APA, you roll a 66. In APA, you get a 1. And a lot of times it's a home run. Same thing with replay. If you roll a 66, you're going to get this 11, which a lot of times is a home run. So just like in APA, you take the batter's result and you modify it by how the pitcher's rating is for that roll. So, and replay is different. It has 3 dice. So you have a blue die, which tells you what column to go on or what row to go on in the pitcher's. So, if you look at the batters, you can see there's different numbers. There's like 40, 43, 16, 31, 9, 31, 67, 57, 32. And after a while, you get to learn what these are. Just like in APA, you memorize this very easily. Now, you may think, you look at this, wow, these are really random numbers here. But it turns out these numbers are pretty much very similar card to card. And we'll look at that in a moment. Pitcher cards you're going to see you're going to be rated 1 to 5. This 4 is kind of like their average row. So like if you were doing the old replay with the single line, the tall card, you would just use this 4 line here. So you can see this is very similar. So this is like the Braves' best pitcher, Ian Anderson. So 1 is almost like an A. So like here he's an A pitcher in column 1, A. 5 is the worst, so these are 1 to 5. So 5 being almost like a D. So and how replay reads is column 1. If you get a first column, that's a strikeout or typically a pop out. Sometimes it could be a hit. Second column is either like a pop out, ground out, fly out, or it could be like a single. Column 3 controls singles, doubles and triples on batters. So the 3 column comes into play when there's a possibility for like a double or triple. So like a good pitcher with like a 1 can take away some extra base hits. Column 5 is control. So 5 is the worst you could see. 5, so Ian Anderson probably didn't have a really good control that year. And then the 6, it controls power, so it could be either like pop outs, fly outs, or like home runs. or also could be some doubles or singles as well. But this is where the home run probability comes in. So if you're a good pitcher, you're going to have like lower numbers here in the 6th column. And if you look at you have these stars there, Ks, you have these raised numbers. These numbers are very similar to like the X, Y, Z, K ratings, and also like the G, H, L, M in the Master Game VAPA. This is like where the extra layer of control and like power comes in. So let's look at some results here. Now, Mookie Betts is a very special result, and that is this column 40, or this column 140. So only like the best like star MVP hitters in the league get this 40. This 40, when you play replay, that is a rare number. It's actually a base clearing double if there's runners on base every time. If there's no runners on base, it's a walk. When you roll the dice for replay, like if you get a low number and it's 1, really good chance it's just going to be a strikeout. This 45, if you get a 45 in a column 1, that's a possibility. It's either going to be a strikeout if the infield's playing back, or it could be a double play possibility, which is like a 1-6-3 double play, where a pitcher possibly can turn a double play. Because on the double plays, the grounders are normally handled in this 4 column. So if you get a low number in this 4 column, really good chance it's like a double play or an easy grounder. If you get, let's just go back to this 2 column. So 2 column, this 2-1 roll is where the injuries are going to happen or rests are going to be obtained. So the 43 would you would look at the that would do the controlled rest. If you're playing like a replay, it'll tell you how many games that player has to rest. An 11 in the column 2 is really good. That's like a single. So you'll see the better average players will have 11s in their 2 column. And if you have a low number here, again, that's a strikeout or possibly a pop out. These 55, and you'll see a raised number here of 4. That actually tests the outfielder's range. So the outfielders are rated a 1 to 5, with 5 being the best. And the raised number here, so the outfielder has to have a higher number than this number, or if it's not, it's a hit. So you can see you'd have to be like one of the best outfielders, like a 5, to take a hit away from Mookie Betts, because that's the only number higher than 4 on a 1 to 5 scale. 3, what you're looking for here on 3 column is these 32. So let's look at the actual 3 column here for a second. So whenever you roll, like get a red 3, like your first number is a 3, you look at the card, you look at the number on the batter's card, and you're trying to get the 7 to get a hit. So you could see you add in the pitcher's result. So you're trying to get to 7 for a single. If you roll something around like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you're trying to get up to 7, 16, or 17, 18 to get a triple or double. So let's look at Mookie Betts here. So if he rolls a 3, 4, he's trying to get this to 7. So he needs the pitcher to have a, let's compare him to Ian Anderson. So just look at, we'll just do a couple of bets. So a 3, 1, 4. And if Anderson rolls a 1, that's going to be a 4 plus 1's a 5. And then you look up here, so that's going to be a fly at the left. So he can't get the 7. So 2, you'd have to have a really bad pitcher to get the 7. So the pitcher would have to be a 5, like the worst rated 3 column, to get this 7. So again, you see Anderson has all 1s there. So that'll be a fly out 2. So 32, so if you see a 32 on the card, you're trying to get the 34, because a 34 is going to get you to a double. So you're looking to get the pitcher to have at least a 2 to a 5. Now the best pitchers are 1, so Anderson, again, he's a really good pitcher, 1.97 ERA. So he's going to put that 32 to 33, and that's going to be a pitcher's out. which will be a line out the center. So like I said, he's really good. Let's just compare that. I'll put up a real bad pitcher now. So let's say this is the Braves, one of the worst pitchers, Robbie Erlin. So you could see, let's just finish the 3 column with Anderson. So Betts rolls a 357. Now 57 is like the rare play. So what you do is you roll 1 die. And if it's even, he's going to make a play at first base. He's got to roll higher than a 5 to throw him out. If it's odd, it's going to be a rare play. And you see a 67. That's actually pretty rare too. So 67 is typically like a pop out to, we look down here, it's a pop out to first. He rolled a 42. That's where lefty-righty split comes in. So 40. So this is the 3-6 result is the lefty-righty factor in replay. So Betts will get a hit off of a lefty on a 3-6, and then it'll be a line out against a righty. So let's just put in a bad pitcher here and see what the difference is. So on this 3 column. So you can see Robbie Erlin for the Braves. Look, 4.4, 5.555. You can see his ERA is 8.31. So let's see what Betts does against Erlin. So Betts 3.4. Let's just say if he does his average of this 4 line. So it'll be 4 plus 5 is 9. So that's going to be a hit. So he rolls a 3-1. It's going to be a hit. He rolls a 2. Let's just say plus Erlin's 5 is 7. That's a hit. 32 plus 5 is 37, so that's going to be a double. So you could see Anderson took away the hit, took away the hit, took away the double. Erlin allowed to hit, allowed to hit, allowed to double. That's going to be the odd, even, rare play. That's going to be the line out. Now that line out against a really bad pitcher would be a triple. So if he was facing Erlin, he rolls a 67. Since Erlin's the worst you can get in that 3 column, Betts would triple. You could see it's a 67 plus 5 is a 72, so that's a triple in the gap. And then you go 42, so that's the odd even split. So you don't have to look at the boards as long as if he's a lefty, you know that's going to be a hit. All right, so 4 column, like I said, the 11 is the infield checks. We're going to check the infield defense. 5 is going to check the control. Now, one interesting thing about Erlin versus Anderson, as you could see, he has a lot better control than Anderson has. So he gives up a lot of hits, but he's not going to walk too many people. So, and Erlin, so when you're looking at this one, it's very similar. So if you get a low number in the 5 column, and you have a really good control pitcher, that's going to be a walk or possibly a ground out. And then the 6s, you can see if you roll a 6-2. Now one thing with replay is like the even on the 6 column, the 2, 4, and 6 are going to be the good numbers. And if you go over here, typically the odds are going to be, so you have 5, the odds are going to be the good column. So 4, 5, 6. So again, on the 3, so it's odd up here, the odds are going to be good. So like the 1, 3, 5s are good. And sometimes even the even numbers are good too if they're a really good hitter. So one of the best tips I can give you on replay is to remember that you may think I'm constantly adding the batter to the pitcher. You don't always have to add. So once you realize that no matter what the pitcher's result is, it's going to be an out. So for example, like the 5-2 is 27. So whenever that comes up, you don't have to look at the pitcher's result here on a 27 because if you look at the 27 result, no matter what, so count 5, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. No matter how bad that pitcher is, it's always going to be a fly out. Now the only difference might be is if there's like a little caret symbol by the 27, which some batters have, and that would be like a sac fly. But that's the main difference, is like you don't always have to compare it to the pitcher. Okay, some other results that you don't have to compare the pitcher is, like, for example, this 16 and 31. So you're going to see this on a lot of cards, the 16 and 31. Let me get another batter here. This is like one of the Dodgers' worst hitters. So you can see they have a 16. And 36 is always a strikeout. So if you see a 6.5 36, you don't have to compare it to whatever the pitcher's 6 column is. It doesn't matter at all, because 36, if you get a 36, 37 to 41 is going to be a strikeout. So 36 plus 1 is a strikeout, 36 plus 2. So it doesn't matter what the pitcher's card says, it's going to be a strikeout if you see a 36. 16s are short flies, like either to the infield or shallow outfield. I'm sorry, 31's a short fly. 16's like the deep flies to the outfield. And 31 is usually a straight, like either like a pop out to the infield. So actually the 9s and 11s are like the home run possibilities. So if you roll an 11, a really good chance that's going to be a home run. So that's it with replay. I didn't want to take too much time here, but it's a really good game. I highly suggest it. Like I said, the PC game is really fun. The components are really nice. Just got done playing it, and after a while, like I said, you want to give it like about 20-30 games. You try it out, and you're going to see, like, a lot of times you don't have to like add both of them up. It's really, you just start looking at the results, kind of like how in APBA I used to look at say Darnell Coles again. So if you roll 16-28, you know it's a ground out. If you roll 66-1, really good chance it's a home run. 62-30 is a fly to left. 42-13, that's a strikeout. So like I said, it's the same mechanic. If you're used to playing APBA, you'll find replay is it's kind of like maybe like what the master game may have should have been, unless before like they even came out with the master game. So it's kind of like a master APBA, but just like a different derivative of it, like in a different dimension. That's how what the APBA master game may have looked like. Because like I say, you're taking a batter's result, you're modifying it by a pitcher's grade in a certain category, and then you're looking at a chart to what the result is. So it's that same mechanic, batter compared to a pitcher's modifier, look at a chart, and it'll give you the result. So lots of fun. Just wanted to get that out there about replay. I do have another video on my channel where I play a couple innings. If you want to scroll back and check it out, it was a lot of fun there. So just want to get this out there, and I hope you guys have a great evening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.